Okay. So, what does Central Park mean to you?
Sorry, Brian. Do you want me to look right at you?
Yeah,
or right in the
yeah,
lens?
yeah. Look at me.
Right at you. Okay.
Look at me. Yeah.
Uh, you know what Central Park means to me? Being a Canadian, living in the smack dab right in the middle of Canada, in the prairies, we don't really get out much. We don't really see much. I kid you not, our city where I'm from is more or less the size of Central Park. I know that's an exaggeration, but to me, I feel like I'm the little kid in the big city. This is my first time in New York. I've been here for 2 days, and of course, one of the epitomes of New York is Central Park. You see it in the movies, you see it, but it's just very grand. Its reputation. So of course I had to be here.
Okay. So when you walk around the park, you know what do you see in the people? What about the diversity?
That is really neat, and you know I've been thinking about that the last couple nights that I've been here in New York. Is that this is really a big melting pot, and it's amazing how New York City, not just Central Park, but New York City, in fact, can bring people from all over the world in just this huge congregation. And you know, if you were to ask me what that means to me, I think that's beautiful, because if you look at our world issues, we've got some issues. But you know what, cities like this that bring the world together in one spot, that's pretty cool.
Okay. So hold up your picture.
Sure.
So you know, what does that picture mean to you? The one that I just took of you.
This one definitely has a lot of meaning, and I don't know what kind of responses you get from other people, but for me, this is a moment in time that you can never get back, and for it to be captured in this manner by somebody who I just met on the other side of the camera, I think that's a memory I won't forget. You know, this is a time and place, an era of people's lives, of the world where everyone has smartphones. We take photos with our smartphones. Selfies. How much does that really mean?
Do those pictures capture what you have in your hand?
No. This is far more valuable. Because again, it's an experience. You know, people say it all the time. Live in the moment. I know this is not exactly an extreme situation or example, but you know what? I'm running through Central Park. I see a sign to take a photo like this, vintage photo, Polaroid. And I actually ran past maybe 15, 20 feet. I said,
I saw you.
No.
I saw you run past.
Exactly. And I said, no, I gotta take that.
You're the second person this morning to
do that.
A woman walked past. She turned around and came back.
Because you get it in your mind, you say, no, why wouldn't I do that? Why would, like, I can't, my cell phone can't do that. Right. So I had to come back, and you know what, this is gonna be framed, and gosh, I hope I have it for the rest of my life.
Okay. Do you have kids?
I don't have kids. I'm 30 years old, single, recently.
Well, let me ask you, when you have kids, and they start asking you what a Polaroid is, and they've never seen one, they read about it, and they're curious, but for some reason, let's just say you have nothing to actually show them. You don't have a picture. So how would you say in words what a Polaroid is? What words would you put together that define it?
I'll tell you, two words come to mind, and I'm going to try to make sense of this, but two words come to mind. One is meaningful, and second one is sparingly. For whatever reason, those two words came to mind, and I'm going to try to stitch those two together. Polaroids are not like our cell phones these days, are they? They're vastly different. But from what I understand, you know, I'm not an expert photographer, but from what I understand from Polaroids is there's a sense of urgency and scarcity. Urgency and scarcity meaning you gotta take the right photo. You can't be wasteful. Imagine when cameras were built, you know, first invented, and you know, Polaroids were the way to go. This is not something you can redo.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you can't just take another one to your phone.
You can't, and you know what? That makes it more meaningful, right? Because if you get that perfect shot, it meant so much more, especially back in the day. That perfect millisecond
And the next shot, even though you're in the same place,
could be totally different.
exactly.
And you know, you don't have like cameras these days, high technology burst. You know, you can take 100 photos in X seconds. That's not very meaningful. It doesn't take very much skill. But Polaroid, if you get the right shot, that's conducive to, I think, skill and talent.
Okay. Well, I think you said it all.
Appreciate it, man.
So, where are you from?
I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Came here about 2 days ago.
Okay, and what's your first name?
Randall Mauricio. I'll spell that for you. R-A-N-D-E-L-L. Last name Mauricio. M-A-U-R-I-C-I-O. Hang on there, Brian. I gotta take a photo of you. I got that. I hope you're recording.
Okay, well, thank you for the interview. Thank you for the first iPhone interview.
Yeah.
Which was not planned.
Yeah.
Because my camera, my $3,000 Nikon camera just died.
Yeah.
So I had been working on this iPhone rig, and right before that happened, and so maybe I might continue to do this. It seems.
Looks like it's going to turn out well.
It seems like I have more of a connection to the person I'm interviewing. That's
Interesting.
Just an observation. But
Why do you say that?
Because I don't have a big camera in front of me.
Right.
I've got a little
It's like
thing.
your-
I got my head. I can look
Look
more
right at
at the
you.
person, and so, like you said, things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for the interview.
Thank you, man.
Enjoy your picture.
Thanks. I will.
Okay.